Hey guys, Katie July. You should see the crazy system I have rigged up with the lighting and trying to avoid the mirror and everything, but I think this is pretty good. Hopefully my computer doesn't wig out. So I know I said in my last video that I was going to make videos on Thursday, but I actually realized that the day that I'm going to start making them on Tuesday, because the day that I weighed myself and I was like, oh my God, I've gained 10 pounds was a Tuesday. So that's when I started tracking my food again. So it just seems really easy to be like the start. And then Tuesday used to be my old video day. Also Thursday mornings I work at a yoga studio at 9. Tuesdays are easier, so Tuesdays it is. So, 1 week so far last week. So this is my week 2 of my Healthy Bride project. And I have 15 more weeks until I get married. So soon. So all the numbers, I'll get them out of the way and then I'll chat a little bit. So last week I was 176.1 and I was totally freaked out. My lowest weight was 165.9. So, it's more than 10 pounds that I gained, and really in like 2 or 3 weeks, and 3 weeks. And the 165.9, I hadn't been hanging out there for long. That was like, 3 days of lose, oh my God, I'm 165.9, that's crazy, and then sort of gave up tracking and everything and zipped right back up. So it's not like 165 was, my set point or anything. My set point was probably 167, I'd say. I'd been hanging out there for a while pretty steady. Anyway, this morning I was 170.6. Awesome. So that is 5.5, if my math is right, 5.5 pounds lost, which is crazy and amazing and awesome. I had my surgery in November, so November, December, January, February. I'm like 15 months out, and it's really exciting to think that 15 months out, obviously I'm not losing, 5 pounds every week. I'm not losing 5 pounds from like my lowest or anything. This is a regain, which my crazy, theory is that regained weight is easier to lose than, weight that's like been carrying for a really long time, because it's water weight, it's like a million things. So I think this weight is a little bit easier to lose, but still 5.5 pounds. So I'm trying to think. I'm only 5 pounds from my lowest, which would be really great. I'd love to get back to 165. And then my real goal for the wedding in 15 weeks for healthy BMI is 158. So I've been using the Lose It app on the phone, and I feel like just because I'm like really trying to get to my goal, I'm going to be a little bit more numbers focused in my videos for a little bit. Hopefully that's okay. But I've been using the Lose It app. If anyone is using the Lose It app, definitely let me know. I would love to be friends. It's really fun. One of my friends who's, not WLS at all, but she's on it, Kim, and then Diana from here is on it. And it's just really fun to see people like tracking their activity and their calories and, you're over, you're under. It kind of keeps me a little bit more accountable. So let me know if you're using the app. It's super easy for iPhone or iPhone Touch. And it also makes keeping track of all of my numbers so insanely easy. So to give you guys a sense, my food for the week averaged out to 1,700 calories exactly. And my lowest day was 1180 for calories. My highest day was 2597. But that's also really, 2597 gives you a sense of, even with gastric bypass, 15 months out, you can eat. Like, I can definitely eat. And obviously if I'm eating 2,600 calories a day, I'm gaining weight. But, it's balanced out by days of 1180. So 1,700 for my average, I think is pretty good. My average exercise is 253 a day, calories lost. I did 7 yoga classes this week because I am obsessed and in love with it. And each yoga class for me usually is an hour and a half and burns about 180 calories, which I think is pretty good. I went for 1 hour-long walk. I went for only 1 run. So thumbs down on that. I'm going to try to do 2 runs as my goal for this week. And, only one day I didn't do any exercise. We were traveling. We went out to Pennsylvania to see Becky's family, and it just wasn't going to happen. But pretty much every other day it was 180 to 503 for calories burned. So that means my net calories for the day, if you do all the calories I'm eating minus the calories that I'm, burning off, is 1447, which I think is pretty awesome. My goal is to have my net calories be about 1250. Because Lose It, according to their formula, says that that's what it would take for me to be losing 2 pounds. Obviously, after the first week, my loss will go down. So 1200 is about where I want to be. Just to like take a deep breath for a second, it's really interesting to me because I know different people in the community are maintaining at different calories. You know, Nikki got tons and tons and tons of comments because she maintains at like 1,000 calories. I know other people that I've chatted with have gotten their like basal metabolic rates tested, and they're really low, and they're maintaining or even gaining at like, you know, 1,200 calories. I am super lucky because I have not had my basal metabolic rate tested, but obviously if I'm, you know, at net calories for the day about 1,450 and still losing, my basal metabolic rate must be higher than that. It's probably 1,600, 1,700, maybe even a little bit higher. And oh my God, thank God. I mean, not to be whatever, but thank God, because, you know, I would have a hard time eating 800 calories a day. Like, I really, really would. The day that I'm eating 1,100, you know, the day this week that I had 1,180 calories, I was hungry that day. And I actually got an email recently, and I don't want to say from who, but just saying, you know, he or she, actually, I don't know, is 6 months out and starting to get really hungry again, and oh my God, did this happen to me, and what did I do? And I mean, definitely your hunger comes back. I think, you know, I even had a little bit the misconception, but how you're eating in the first 6 months after gastric bypass is so insanely different from how you're eating more than a year out. You know, we went to Chipotle yesterday for lunch, the like taco burrito place, and I got 3 soft tacos with chicken, veggies, and everything. I mean, if I want to, I can eat 2 of the 3 tacos that come with it. And, you know, that's 600 calories. I didn't, you know, I had 1 and I felt satisfied and I was done. But in the first 6 months after gastric bypass, I could have maybe like 4 bites of a taco, like maybe a third of a taco or half a taco. Now a full taco, maybe 2 tacos, you know. And the hugest thing, which I think, you know, thinking about the emotions behind wanting to eat, the biggest thing is that I can really eat every 2 hours. You know, if I eat until I'm satisfied and I'm good and I'm done, an hour and a half later, if I want to, I can start munching again. And if I, depending on the kind of food I'm eating, you know, dense protein obviously fills me up a bit longer, but I could probably eat popcorn 24 hours out of the day and eat 5,000 calories worth of chocolate, you know. I mean, that's, I don't dump on anything, you know, I get full obviously faster than other people. Before weight loss surgery, I would go to Chipotle and I would get a huge, just ginormous 1,800 calorie burrito, and I would eat the whole thing. I would probably die if I tried to do that now. Like, my stomach just could never, ever do that again. Or, you know, whatever, maybe in 10 years it could do that again. I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, I can eat 600 calories, easy. So definitely I get hungry. I feel like the biggest thing is that I'm trying to eat fruits and vegetables, obviously. I'm thinking a little bit more about, like, volume foods to round out my protein rather than thinking of, like, oh, yummy, like sour cream, cheese, and guacamole, and chips, you know, trying to do lower calorie stuff that I'm eating just so that I can eat more of it, so that I'm not as hungry. I mean, I think that's pretty basic, but I feel like it's sort of a hard thing because in the beginning with gastric bypass, it's like, oh, I'll eat full-fat cheese and a piece of bread because I can only eat 3 bites, so who cares? You know, it's sort of like you can eat anything. It's different now. I don't know, it's different. But it's exciting because the idea now of eating lower calorie, higher volume foods so that I can eat a little bit more of it, you know, volume-wise, just like my motivation to do that is so much higher because I like the way I'm looking and I'm feeling really healthy and I feel better when I'm eating that food than like being 300 pounds. You know, I don't know. I mean, to me it's worth it, but definitely my hunger's back and I can eat anything I want. Oh, the only other thing, because I'm trying to keep track of this too, because I know it's the first thing that goes when I start eating junk, is that my protein was really good. I had a protein shake every day this week, which I'd basically given up on before. And so my protein count, protein grams are 95 for the last week. So I'm rocking out. Okay, that's my week. I'm over, but I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye.